Well, everybody, we got lights. Fotodiox was kind enough to send us lights for the photo shoot, or the shoot of Rosalie. And they arrived today. We're going to do a little unboxing of one of them here in a minute. But what we have is we have the DY-200 watt LED tungsten Fresnel. They call it the tungsten. It looks like a big old tungsten. It would be about a 2K. And then we also have the Factor Jupiter V2500. It's kind of a round soft light, which I am using right now off to my right as my key. I took the 200 watt Fresnel and I put it off there to edge me a little bit with about a 1/4 O on it to simulate maybe some afternoon sunlight. But I'm pretty impressed so far. If you remember last time when I lit this basic scene, what I had over here was an 800 watt redhead open face going through some bleached muslin. And in the back I had a 300 watt airy Fresnel. And what I was able to get at 640 with that 800 watt open face was 1.7. Now right now I took that 18-inch Jupiter LED light and I put it, it's quite a ways back there, and I'm coming up with a 2.8, f2.8 for this particular scene. Now, with the open face, it was 1.7. So I actually too also have that this Jupiter turned down quite a bit, and it's daylight balanced. On this side, although we're catching a pretty good edge light, it's a 2.0. And I have that 200 watt LED turned way down because I'll be honest with you, it's like looking into the sun. So let's go ahead at this point and let's take a look, and we'll unbox one of the 200 watt LEDs. They sent me two to shoot Rosalie with that are both daylight balanced, and one of these soft lights. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to unbox it, check it out, and then I'll tell you some more details about it. Before I unbox this, let's take a light meter reading. I have that Jupiter 18 pointed right at it. And again, it's a 2.8, which is pretty impressive as far back as it is, and it's not even at 100%. So 2.8 is exactly what I'm looking for inside. Anyway, here's the box that this DY-200 came in. And this is actually a pretty sturdy box, and I would recommend keeping the box to put the light in, because with these LEDs, there's really no heat. So here's the lid. Inside, I see. All right, so I got it out of the box. Whew. And she's heavy, so it comes with the foam, which I would recommend keeping, because if you rebox it or you're transporting this. And inside the bag is our light. And I would say we're looking at about 25 pounds of light here. It reminds me a lot, as far as the sturdiness and everything, of a airy 1200 watt HMI, something like that. The ballast is on the bottom, you can see, and then the controls are on the back. And inside the box, it has two other additional boxes. We have this is a part that the DMX controls are in. Then we have a yoke and some of the other, and the barn doors are in here. So I'll take you over and we'll look at the light that I set up and put the 1/4 O on, and we'll check it out. All right, incidentally, here's the DY-200. I put it on a C-stand. This thing's pretty heavy. It's like a 1200 watt area for sure. I took the honeycomb off our 18-inch and I gained a 1.5 stops. We'll see how it looks. It comes with a honeycomb and some other stuff for diffusion, which is pretty cool. Anyway, here is the DY-200. I'm impressed. This is where I put the 1/4 O on it. I want you to see right here, it has clips to hold the gels already on there. I put the barn doors on. I thought, hey man, that is pretty cool, because you know you're always running around with paper clips or clothespins and stuff like that, or the black clips. This already has them built in. It's got the ballast on the bottom, and in the back we have all of the modes, the basic controls. This one is daylight balanced. So let's see, we'll turn it on. And I tell you, it's got plenty of punch to it. Now, I don't know where I've got it. There's 100% through a 1/4 O at the back wall, and it blows it out pretty good. And that's, I spotted it in. It's got kind of a cool little motor to it. It's that's all the way in, that spot. And then it's got a motor to go with the flood pattern on it. And like I said, it puts out plenty of lumens. Like I said, very heavy. So far, so good. It's well built. I don't see anything that's going to cause an immediate concern for me on this. One thing, like I said, is it is heavy. So if you buy it without a stand, plan on using a C-stand, one of these little lights, one of these little stands that's going to hold a little 300 or one of your LED panels will not do it. But that being said, the really cool thing is it does have a fan on it, but one of the really cool things is that there is no heat. And that's a huge deal for those people that, for everybody that knows that when you run around a set and you got these 2Ks or something bigger, some of these super soft, tungsten's blowing at you all day. It's hard on everybody. They're bright, yes, just like anything. This one, this 18, this Jupiter, pretty cool because it's a real. This one, we're going to take and we're going to do one more test here in a minute. We're going to do the simulation of the afternoon sun through a couple windows, and we'll just check to see what it looks like. One of my favorite things to do as a cinematographer is to simulate times of day, especially on location where you have to say, hey, we want an afternoon, we want an evening, we want an early morning. So that's one of the reasons I was very interested in these Fotodiox lights. And what I've done here is I've tried to simulate some late afternoon sunshine coming through the window. So I have a 200-watt LED outside the window with a 1/4 O on it. Off to my left, I've got the 18-inch Jupiter Fotodiox at 5600 to add a little bit of fill right here. Behind me, I took that other 200-watter. I didn't have another piece of 1/4 O, so I put, I think, half or full O, blasting on the wall there to kind of simulate the sun coming in from the window behind me. And then I took another little Source 4 spotlight and I put it right up there to give me a little bit of highlight or edge light to simulate some late afternoon sunshine as well. So we'll see how these go on set. So far I'm pretty impressed, and one thing that was really cool, these all have remotes, so I could stand here and dial these in other than my little Source 4. I could dial these in exactly where I wanted them and get my exposure set perfectly. Just so you know, I exposed this with everything turned the way it was. It worked out to about a T4. I threw a 0.6 ND on there and opened it up to about a 2 on my T2 on my lens, so we could add a little bit of depth of field and blur the background some to give it a little bit of atmosphere and separate me some more. Anyway, so far so good. The bane of my existence is sound. I did shoot a little review of the Fotodiox Jupiter 18, but there was no sound after it was all said and done. So I'll do that next time. I am taking this particular light to a wedding shoot down in Lake Lure, North Carolina, where they shot Dirty Dancing back in the 1980s. And we'll see how it does. Might be a perfect light for somebody that's shooting weddings still or video. So until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.